Hello to you.
How's it going?
Pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing well today.
I think you guys are incredible.
Well, thank you.
The new album, The Body Electric. Tell me about how this together and how you got it to this point. You are standing at the gate on a Kentucky Derby run. Tell me about it.
Well, the Body Electric is it's kind of a collection of songs over the whole lifespan of Paralandra. So there's some songs in there that are a decade old. There's some songs that are 5 years old, and there's some songs that we wrote like a couple months before we went into the studio. So I feel like it's a really cool collection of who Paralandra is and who we've become over the years, and a lot of life experiences packed in there too.
If you had to pick a song to be the one for anyone who's never heard you, what would you want them to hear from this album?
Oh my gosh. You know what? One that hasn't been released yet is Give Me a Reason. And I am really excited for people to hear that one.
The band, I saw on your website about how the band came together and how you and your father were just jamming.
Yes.
Another guy joins, then another guy, and you're a band. You're Paralandra, which was amazing to me. That was the book that your father was reading. How did that happen?
Yeah, I mean, exactly as you said. It was very natural and unplanned. And we just had been writing some songs, and we were like, well, what if we played them live one time? And so we did a little 4th of July celebration and played some of our songs, played a few covers, some Beatles and Simon and Garfunkel, and like just had a dandy old time. And then we were like, why don't we do this again? Why would we stop? And so, it just kept going from there. It just kept snowballing. And here we are a decade later. It's my full-time job. Like, kind of crazy.
Well, here we are in 2024. It's all new. How do you see the whole system as it is today?
For me, and for Paralandra, we've remained independent this whole time, which I think is it can be seen as a blessing and a curse because, obviously we don't have that wide of a reach as, if we were to be on like a big record label or something. But we also maintain 100% of the rights to all of our music, to all of our concert tickets, to all of our merchandise. So business wise, it actually has been great for us just doing a grassroots, I guess business scheme, for the last 10 years. Like we've just booked our own shows. And of course, we've had some awesome help along the way. We've met a lot of great people in the industry that have helped us get on some really big shows. And but yeah, it's been kind of different for us, but it's also been like a steady incline the whole time. So there really hasn't been a reason to stop. It's like, well, we keep hitting bigger milestones. We keep getting bigger shows. Like we're making more money. Like, things seem to be getting better. So we're just rolling with it.
Are you doing a lot of interviews these days as you travel around the country?
I'm doing way more interviews now than I ever have. And that is due to our awesome PR company that we just started working with, Adam Splitter. And you've probably been in touch with Shane, who's been kind of our liaison. But yeah, they have been amazing about spreading the word and, telling people that we've got a new album coming out. That's, so difficult, just advertising and marketing. And, we're so wrapped up in like creating the product that, there's so much more that goes on behind the scenes. That goes into promoting your music and really having a successful release. So doing all of these interviews and being with this new PR company has been amazing and just, again, another step up.
Well, radio used to be the only way to get exposed, and that's no longer the case. It's certain there's 50 million outlets now, and so there's a lot more people to talk to. Getting a record done today it's not just, go to a studio, record, like Elvis did. You have to have somebody in that studio that knows what the hell they're doing. And by golly, you found someone, didn't you? Tell us about Elvis.
We sure did. Yes. Elvis Basket has been one of my heroes. I mean, since I was like 13 years old. because I've been such a huge fan of Alter Bridge and some of the Seven Dust records and like oh my gosh, like the Slash featuring Miles Kennedy and the Mammoth. And anyways, he has worked on so many projects that I've been a fan of that it was literally like we were just shooting in the dark when we first reached out to him. We were like, if he doesn't respond, then that's fine, like whatever, but we'll just like shoot our shot and see what happens. And yeah, we ended up getting to work with him and he loved our music, which was just mind blowing. And turns out he's like an amazing guy too. So I've got like a lifelong friend now, and it's crazy how full circle it has been working with Elvis.
Or in the studio with Elvis, does he actively participate in the arrangement of the song, or did he just help you get out what you got to get out?
He was very helpful in arrangements. Like for the first 5 days of our studio time with him, we just spent in pre-production and we all sit in the same room with our instruments and we play through the songs the way that we have them written. And Elvis is in there with us, but with his headphones on, and he's even got like a little Elvis mic that he talks it into.
Oh, the Shure 55. Yes, I got one over in the couch.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, but he'll sit there and he helps us refine the songs and, maybe we should try putting this part over here or maybe starting the song with this riff instead of what you've got, so a lot of arrangement type stuff. But I will say like a lot of our songs stayed very true to the way that we wrote them, like in the first place. So really like Elvis was just very instrumental in tightening parts and making sure that the guitars and the bass and the drums were always lining up and like in sync, and it just makes everything punch so much more and so much harder. So like I said, some of these songs are like 10 years old, so it's like I don't know, somebody tell me what you think, because I've known this song for a long time, so I don't know if it's good or not at this point.
Persona as a band is incredible. It's superb. Not many bands have a father and a daughter in them.
It's true. And I honestly love talking about it because I'm very proud of my dad and I'm proud to be his daughter. And, it's amazing. And I hope that I can be an example for people to want to have a relationship with their parents and their children, because it can be amazing.
I'd like to talk about your vocals on Love of My Life. Tell me how you got to that feeling that you put into that song.
Well, I originally wrote it as an anniversary present for my boyfriend back in 2020 and had absolutely no intention of releasing it publicly. It was just a personal thing. It was a gift. But I ended up showing like my parents and some family members and some friends, and everybody that I showed it to like loved the song, and they were like, you have to record this and like professionally and put it out. So anyways, we talked about maybe putting it on Street Magic, which was our release back in 21, and didn't end up really like having the room for it on that album, because it was only 8 songs. So we came back to it on The Body Electric when we were in the studio, and Elvis ended up, working his magic on it. We added another bridge, added a guitar solo, and it became this epic love ballad.
The boyfriend's still around?
He is, yes. Almost 5.5 years now. It's kind of crazy.
That's fantastic. Hey, I'm going on 33 with my wonderful bride.
That's amazing.
It only took me 4 tries. Don't get excited.
Well, you got it right eventually.
If you had to pick a favorite song on the album overall, not forgetting what's been released and what hasn't, do you have a favorite other than, the one you mentioned earlier?
Oh my gosh. I really love Look at Me Now. And it's probably because it's like the most fresh song. That's one that we wrote like right before we went into the studio. But that one's got really heavy riffs. It's got sing-along melodies, and it's just fun. So it's probably one of my favorites.
How about the LIFE project? Tell us about
that. Yeah. So the Life project, Josh, Rand, and I started working together in 2020. And it was just out of the boredom of the pandemic. And he was looking for female rock vocalist in the Midwest area, and I happen to fit those criteria. So so we released an EP full of original songs, and then we released an EP of all the big four covers. And after that, we've actually recorded 5 more original tracks. And we've got I think it's 1, maybe 2 more covers that we've recorded. Still more songs that need to be finished being writing.
My producer, Corey, wanted me to ask you about how it felt to sing tracks from the big four.
Oh, it was crazy, and such a large undertaking because these bands are just iconic, and like the fans are loyal. Like the Slayer fans are like their own breed of humanity. Like
my son, Joshua Kendall, is a total freak for Slayer. I can see Slayer because you've got passion. One is another story, and it's a little angry.
It's a little bit angry. Yep. Same with Cotton Amash.
Yeah.
That was a little angry as well.
Yeah.
But honestly, it was a lot of fun because these were songs that were completely outside of my wheelhouse that I never saw myself covering. But it put me outside of my comfort zone, and I actually really enjoy that. And forces me to stretch my legs and, do something that maybe I would never have done before. And so, a lot of these songs like in Slayer and with the Anthrax and anyways, it's a lot of yelling type of style vocals,
Yes.
and I'm a lot more like melody driven. So I was like, okay, how do I pay tribute and like be respectful, but also do my own version of this, and I'm not trying to like be a caricature. I'm trying to be, if Cassandra Carson was guesting with this band, what would it sound like? So yeah, it was fun. It was a bit to bite off, but it was cool.
What about touring plans here for the Body Electric? What do you have in store for us?
Tons. We've already got lots of dates for the rest of this year, and a lot of big shows. We'll be playing with Lita Ford and Warrant and Vixen and Seven Dust. And we're just going to be traveling all over the place. We're going to try and hit every coast and, spread the music and spread the love.
Where would people find a listing of those shows?
Oh, you can find it on our website, which is paralandrarocks.com. And it's got all of our tour dates. It's got our merchandise. It's got, music videos, all the like.
You got that same kind of swagger. And I will say this, and hopefully it's not offensive, that like David Lee Roth had. You have that same kind of swagger. And not many people can do that shit.
That is saying a lot. I need to do a lot more drugs to get on his level. But
do you have any plans of putting together a live DVD or just videos, a collection of videos?
I would love to. I guess I don't know really what we're waiting for other than like just the perfect crowd and venue like type scenario. But I would love to do a live DVD sometime. That would be sick.
Well, I hope it happens because I'll be buying it. I'll tell you that. What else you got for us?
Got a project coming out with George Lynch later this year. I just finished recording an album with him about a month ago. And, no end in sight. I'm just always writing and touring and recording and whatever. Yes, I like to stay busy. So it's good.
Well, it sounds like you're doing just that. When it comes to back in your mind's eye, what was the first song that touched your soul, that stopped you in your tracks and you had to just turn it up?
No one's going to know this, but Soak Your Brain by Love War. And I have very distinct, vivid memories of cranking this song on my dad's stereo when I was like 3-4 years old. And the band Love War is like this very like soulful rock, like Southern rock, but just the guitar and the vocals. Oh, it's so good. He would play their album all the time. And the song Soak Your Brain, which is the song the album was named after, is just a banger. And I would like be running around the living room and like cranking up the stereo every time I went by it. And yeah, I still listen to that album. It's great.
Anything else that you want to cover? Any shout outs?
Oh, well, of course, I always like to shout out our sponsor, Get 'em Straps, and In Tune Guitar Picks for always hooking us up and keeping us on the road. But of course, we would not be here without our fans. So truly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you to every single person listening to this. Thank you so much to everybody who is listening and part of my musical journey. I mean, you definitely don't have to be, but it is an honor that my music has touched so many lives, and just thank you.
If you had to, and every band has it, there are certain cities and towns that they go to that they love and that love them. And I know it's dangerous to pick them out, but would you try?
Yeah, well, okay. I will say our hometown of Springfield, Missouri, our shows here are always bangers. They're so much fun, so much energy. But also like Detroit, we love playing in Michigan, like anywhere north, like kind of Midwest, like Ohio, Michigan. I mean, those people like to party. They're always ready to go. So
yeah, the old industrial towns, Detroit, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, even Chicago to a degree, are ass towns. Yeah.
They love it.
Well, we love you, and we hope that you do nothing but succeed.
Well, thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Hey guys, this is Cassandra Carson, and I am the feature interview on this week's Metalshop. And hey guys, this is Cassandra Carson from Paralandra. Happy 4th of July from Metalshop. And hey guys, this is Cassandra Carson from Paralandra, and happy Halloween from Metalshop. Hey guys, this is Cassandra Carson from Paralandra, and Merry Christmas from Metalshop. I didn't read through these beforehand, so this is great. Hey guys, this is Cassandra Carson, and Happy New Year from Metalshop. Hey everyone, this is Cassandra Carson from Paralandra. The #1 metal is coming next. And hey, this is Cassandra Carson from Paralandra. Stick around for tonight's Metalshop Master Classic. Hey everyone, this is Cassandra Carson from Paralandra. Star's Choice is coming up next on Star's Choice is coming up next on Metalshop. Hey guys, this is Cassandra Carson from Paralandra, and stay tuned for the Metalshop feature interview. Hi everyone, this is Cassandra Carson from Paralandra. Metalshop's Live and Loud is on the way. And hi everyone, this is Cassandra Carson from Paralandra, and you're listening to Charlie Kendall's Metalshop.